How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming out for some fishing tonight. I'm Earl Hinkle. This here's Donnie Weaver. Where's the Pabst Blue Ribbon, everybody? We went fishing in southern Indiana today. It's a beautiful day. Oh my God. Tiny little crack of perfect weather. Ice everywhere. Monroe County, tiny little, like 75, perfect weather. Whew. Hashtag blessed. We're going to recreate a piece of that fishing trip for you via improvisation. In order to do that, I'd like to take a suggestion. I just realized, what fucking suggestion do I want to take in these times? What's something specific, like really specific, that causes you anxiety or suffering?
Schwinn bicycle.
Schwinn bicycle. You got it. And I'm sorry, and I hope it gets better. Schwinn bicycle. 20 years we've been doing this show, Donnie. Not once have we ever had Schwinn bicycle.
Well, that puts my ask into a different context then.
Been a while.
It's a serious question. If you could spend the rest of your life helping one charitable cause, what would it be?
Humane
Special
Society.
Force.
Humane Society? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this here will be the Schwinn Bicycle Humane Society. Enjoy. It's like I don't understand why an Apple Watch in the dugout's illegal. They just said they're cheating.
It violates the integrity of the game.
But there's
That's
just
why.
an app. If you have an Apple Watch, like how's that? How are you stealing science with
Because
an
you can
Apple
watch
Watch?
TV on it.
You can watch TV on an Apple Watch. Have you seen how big they are?
I don't care.
They're smaller than a saltine cracker.
So you can watch TV on it.
So they were watching the catcher.
Yeah.
They're
watching the catcher on the center field camera. They get the signs. They pick up the sign sequence, and then they start banging the trash can to let you know.
banging the trash can. I didn't even hear that part.
The trash can's the crux of the whole argument.
Well, that's why I'm confused.
All right, you're standing at the plate.
All right.
All right, no, you don't have to. You don't have to.
All right. Just saying.
You're standing at the plate.
Okay.
All right, and you're listening because the dugout's right over here or right over there.
Am I in the box or out of the box?
You're getting into the box. Yeah, you're in the box because the catcher's flashed the sign.
All right.
So he flashes the sign. Guy on the Apple Watch sees it. Then he signals to the guy by the trash can. And if it's a breaking ball, boom, 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 they beat the trash can. You hear that, and you're like, breaking ball. I'm gonna keep my hands back. Boom.
So what if it's a fastball?
They don't do nothing. They don't beat the trash can. So if you don't hear the trash can, fastball.
All right, let me back up. How many different pitches are there? There's like 5
It
pitches.
depends on the pitcher.
Curveball, fastball.
You're looking for speed variation. It's all about speed variation.
At the
What
plate.
what is hitting? Timing. What is pitching? Altering timing. That's all it is.
I thought it was just hit the ball. I thought it's just
to do
like
that, you
like
gotta have timing. I mean, I could get into launch angle and separation if you want, but that's a whole nother story.
yeah.
If you know a fastball's coming and you know a not fastball's coming, that's all you have to know. Is it fastball or is it not fastball? If it's not fastball, I'm gonna take it. If it's fastball, I'm gonna jump on it.
So is every other ball that's not a fastball a breaking ball? Like is a slider a breaking ball and a slider? Is a
All
slider?
sliders are breaking balls, but not all breaking balls are. curveball, you got your overhand curveball, you got your 12-6 curveball, you got your slurve, you got your slider, you got your screwball, you got your cut fastball, which is kind of a cross between a fastball and a breaking ball, as is the split finger fastball. You got the two-seamer, the four-seamer, you got the knuckleball in rare occasions.
That's why I played basketball.
Point is, don't fucking watch the game on TV and send signals to the guy in the batter's box.
And so then they had the center field camera isolated, or that's just like the standard, baseball on TV.
Well, you got shots in the, they got in-stadium cameras everywhere. That's how they keep people interested. That's why half the people are sitting there, because they're hoping to God that somebody's going to point a fucking camera at them and have them dance or do the
Or kiss,
floss,
make
or
out.
kiss, or do something. That's the only reason they sit there. Put a camera in front of some idiot's face, they'll fucking do anything. Like a 7th Fast and Furious movie.
What happened to I never saw the first one,
I didn't see any of them.
because you kind of know just with 3 words what the fuck's going to happen for 2 It's either
The point is, here's the point. If you're smart,
right.
like if you're a smart baseball player,
Yeah.
and you pick up on the signs and you give a little signal to the batter, that's all fair game, right? Because that's the catcher not being careful. Or if I'm the third base coach and I can see the catcher's fingers down there because he's not protecting with his glove hand, and I signal to the dugout or something like that, that's all fine. That's part of the game. That's gamesmanship.
Hold right there. So if you're the third base coach, you catch a signal, you signal to the dugout. Are they hitting a trash can?
Not usually. Not usually.
So like how long is the trash can? Like the trash can hitting come along with technology
That was just the system that they used.
that they figured out?
Different teams, different
Leave
Now,
it to
there's also the
Texas.
rumor of the shoulder buzzer.
The shoulder
The
buzzer.
shoulder buzzer rumor is unsubstantiated, but there is empirical evidence that it could be in fact.
What's the shoulder buzzer?
The shoulder buzzer theory is that several of the players, including Altuve and Bregman, had little shoulder buzzers strapped to their arm under
What
the
kind of
uniform.
buzzer?
Like a little buzzer, like when you go to Applebee's and they say, "Oh, you got a
Oh.
table's not ready, you don't do this." Much smaller, much
So
smaller.
they
not
got
like
like a
the
tame, smaller restaurant buzzer
No,
on
just
there.
a little one, right?
All
So it's a little vibrator.
All right.
Like a little
Like in your phone, like in your cell
Yeah,
phone.
kind of like in your phone.
All right.
And they've got that strapped to their shoulder. So now you're in the batter's box, right? And if it's a breaking ball, you get a little shot right there, and you can feel that. It's like, okay, breaking ball. Which is why they say last year when Altuve hit the homer off of Aroldis Chapman,
Man.
and he came into the plate, and everybody's going crazy, and they always ripped the guy's uniform off. He grabbed a hold of his shirt, and he didn't want him to rip the uniform off.
Oh, so
Because he
the-
said he
Oh.
didn't want to embarrass his wife. But if you rip
Oh.
his jersey off, buzzer seen.
Embarrass his wife with his body or because he was cheating?
Tough to say.
Right.
Of course, the most pissed off person in the world right now ought to be Yu Darvish. But he doesn't get pissed off because he's Japanese.
Yeah, he's got the.
More in control of his emotions.
That's
than
right.
we are.
Yeah. We could learn something from the Japanese.
Right. They handle disappointment better than we do.
Yes.
But I mean, that sumbitch got rocked in 2 games
Yeah.
in the 2017 World Series. I mean, fucking rocked.
Yeah.
Like it was as though you were out there pitching.
Yeah. Just about.
And that could have cost him millions of dollars. And now he goes back and is like, "Oh yeah, fuck, we cheated. Sorry, you."
So why don't they take the trophy away and like money away and all that shit?
Good question.
You have
They
an
fined
answer?
him $5 million. Winner's share of the World Series in 2017 was, the pool money was $30 million.
Huh?
They got $30 million to divide amongst the players.
Right.
That should have been the fine. Give us the $30 million back, you cheating fucks.
Yeah. So there's some cheating. There's some cheating that's not cheating. It's just it's the goddamn, what do you call that?
Gamesmanship.
Game. There it is.
Part of the sport.
Gamesmanship.
Hell yeah.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah.
I've heard cheating called I've heard gamesmanship.
That's like pitch tipping.
Resourcefulness,
Yeah.
outsourcing,
Insight. It's
insight,
like pitch tipping. You know, if a guy's
data
pitch tipping,
collation.
can't do nothing about that. That's his fault.
That's how the fucking world's going right now. Yeah, they should take the trophy away. They should fine them the fucking money.
Or make him give it to charity. Make him give that 30 million to
It's
charity.
not gonna go to charity.
No, you make him give it to charity.
Like, what do you stand there and watch a check trace hands or something? Somebody's gotta show you a bank account.
No,
Do you trust any of them?
If you're any what?
Any baseball organizations, owners, any of them? Trust any of them? I mean, since Marge Schott died, everything's illegal.
You're asking me to test my own loyalty now.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I do
Yeah.
trust, yes. There's a long, long tradition in Cincinnati that is sacrosanct.
Did they cheat, do you think, because they were still upset that the White Sox beat the shit out of them? That's what I like to think.
Well, given that almost none of those guys were involved in that World Series, I would say so.
So they're not invested in the history. None of them give a shit. It's all about the money.
I don't know.
It's all about going to the next place with the money, right? See what I'm saying? Like, baseball isn't even baseball anymore. Nothing's what it used to be. Nothing. Everything's got to be a souped-up version of cheating scoundrels trying to get ahead and stroke their ego and fucking do a jack-off dance because they're the fucking best, but they're not really the fucking best. And it's like, why can't we just go back to a fucking one-speed Schwinn bicycle and call that? That's when life was life. Just one speed, many different frames, but one speed, no fucking gears. When you hit a hill, just like in life, you gotta fucking go up that hill. You don't gotta cheat by shifting a gear on there because you got privilege and have more money and availability of resources. God damn, I am sick of my white privilege.
You know, they say that that's actually part of the beauty of baseball.
What's that?
Well, the players have gotten bigger, they've gotten stronger, they've gotten faster, and the field has stayed the same. And yet still, you hit a ground ball in the hole, shortstop backhands it, throws it across the diamond, gets you by one step, just like 50 years ago. That's the poetic beauty of the game.
But they make, in the old days, like Babe Ruth days, were stadiums, did they all have different dimensions or were they all like uniform? They had different dimensions.
Oh yeah. In the old days in Wrigley Field, they didn't even have a fucking fence. They had a bunch of guys out there holding a rope. And if you hit it over the rope, that was a home run. But get this shit. When the other team came up to bat, those guys would take like 10.
Fuck yeah, they
When the Cubs came up to bat, they
did! There
would
you
go.
go. Next thing you know, gears on your bicycle.
But see, that's just gamesmanship.
Is it gamesmanship?
That's gamesmanship.
Like, is it like? But isn't gamesmanship? That's like it's a character flaw. It's opportunism. It's like the fatal flaw of humanity. Gamesmanship. Like, it's
Everybody's
gamesmanship.
looking for an angle, man.
Yeah, but that's why insurance costs so much money, because those cheating motherfuckers say they're trying to game the system, so we gotta keep our rates high. In the meantime, I'm paying fucking $1,100. I'm not even a smoker anymore. These motherfuckers won't lower my rates because there's paperwork to do. I am so.
But you were a smoker.
I was a smoker,
Once you were a smoker,
but no, I'm no longer a smoker.
doesn't matter.
I'm no longer. So
It doesn't matter.
So where's mine?
You were wearing the scarlet letter. Big N. Just might as well have a big N on your chest.
And
N. Big N.
nicotine.
Nicotine. Or nincompoop. Depends on how you want to figure it.
I don't think you should be slut shaming me for being a smoker.
I think you're pretty cynical. I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there trying to do good.
Are there?
Yeah.
Do you think there's just as many people trying to do good right now than there were, say, 20 years ago, 50 years ago? Like, is
I think there's more people trying to do good because there's more people.
okay.
I mean, if you want to talk,
So there's
raw
also more
numbers.
people trying. I'm not raw number. Like
See,
on a-
here, that's the thing. See, that's what's wrong with the
If
news
all
today.
people
you
in
can spin
any
any
given-
information any way
It's
you
just
want.
like you can
It's
look
like,
at it.
I
Look,
can show you
I'm just saying it's
statistics,
just like we're not.
and
It's
that
like
might
it's
mean
beyond.
something, but it might
It's
not.
like everything exponentially
Yeah,
goes. But if you
unemployment
take all
is
the
down.
people, let's
Part of
say
the reason
all the
unemployment
people at any
is
given
down
time are a
because
pie,
everybody's got
and if
two
you cut
fucking
that
jobs.
pie into
They have
half,
two jobs.
and one piece of pie is good
You can't
people,
live on
and
that.
one piece of pie is
Sure.
shit people,
There's
and the rest of the
more
pie is like it just depends on the
available
day.
people
Are the
than
slices
there
of
are
pie
jobs.
today the same
Because people
slices
have
that the
2 or 3
slices were
jobs.
from 100 years
Because
ago?
they can't live like that.
And what piece of
And
pie
it's
are you?
impossible to do
I know
that.
what piece of pie I
But
mean.
it's not a
It just depends on the
finite
fucking day.
equation.
Or I'm
You
gonna
have
game
to
the
look
pie and
at
put some
it.
gears on my bicycle so I can ride up the fucking hillies.
It's all subjective.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Ever see that movie Breaking Away?
Oh,
That had a bicycle in it.
sure did. One speed, pure. But they romanticize the Cutters. I mean, they're just 2 counties over, and those fuckers are.
Just a bunch of hillbillies.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking hillbillies. There's not some the fucking Monroe County kid talking with an Italian accent at any time in the history of Monroe County.
If he is, he's getting his shit kicked out.
Yes, he is. Fuck yeah. Mellencamp write a tragic story about him. Maybe that's what when Jesus left Birmingham is about.
Trey was funny about bicycles.
Yeah?
I remember he didn't ever want to learn to ride a bicycle
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in the 1st grade. I think it was 1st grade. And I had never shown him how to ride a bicycle. I don't remember him even attempting to ride a bicycle. But one of his friends is on the playground, he's got a bicycle. He's like, hey, can I ride your bike? And the kid says, yeah. And I'm like, hold on, Trey, you don't know how to ride a bike. He goes, yeah, I do. And the little fucker got on the bike and just rode off. First time he'd ever been on a
took
bike in
his
his
fucking
life.
bike?
He just got on the kid's, no, I mean, he brought it back. But my point is, I never taught him how to ride a bike, and neither did anybody else to my knowledge, and he just got on this kid's bike and started riding it like some smart ass.
Trey did. He just intuitively knew.
He did the same thing once, kind of. We went to a Cincinnati Reds game. We went to a Reds game one time, and they, like you said, nobody's pure anymore. So you got to have the playground out there for the kids,
Yeah.
and their attention span leaves after about 2 batters.
Right. And now you can't have cement playgrounds anymore. You got to have the rubber coating.
Well, they got all the carnival games there. See, in Cincinnati, you go around and play carnival games. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw the baseball at the milk cans."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of rigged. You're not gonna do it." He goes, "Just wait." First fucking baseball, boom, knocks all the cans off. Kids.
No shit.
Yeah, like what the hell is this kid alien or something? Weird.
He can ride a bike, and you didn't know he could ride a bike. He could fucking knock over milk cartons when you didn't know he could knock over milk cartons.
Oh, I knew he had a chance to knock over some of them, but not to win the game. Those things are rigged. It's like Kitty Vegas.
So is that going to make him, like, do you think that's going to have any psychological effect on him?
Oh, yeah, he's already cocky.
Really? So now given your marginal parenting in that situation, is that likely to make him one who's going to engage in the type of gamesmanship that has led us into the problems that this country's facing right now? Because everything we're fucked up right now about, it's about gamesmanship.
Well,
Isn't it?
he's pretty pure.
Is he?
He
Is there anything pure about a cocky teenager boy?
well, he's not cocky. He's just
Is he confident? Are you gonna say
in his
confident?
ability,
Okay,
right?
that's different than cocky.
True. Reggie Jackson, if you can do it, it ain't bragging.
Fuck, that's a good point.
Dodgers pick a charity, and then the Astros have to go donate to that charity, and all of them work at it for like a day.
In their underwear. And then at the end of the day, they all got to dump buckets of ice on their head and fucking then donate more money to Lou Gehrig's disease. And then they have to
That
walk
doesn't
home
make any
in their
sense.
underwear with ice water
Why
on
do you
them.
want to see a bunch of guys in their underwear?
Because I'm just showing you the way that humanity is going right now. Like it's just like is it all just a lost cause? I mean, I know I try to walk the line between just hopelessness and cynicism. But you know, my original point was like, there's more people, but are the same percentage of people. Back to my pie example, and I knew you took in what I was talking about. Now that you've had some time to think about it, is the same percentage of people good and the same percentage of people evil, and then the bigger percentage of people, it depends on the day? Like, has there always been the same percentage of shit people and the same percentage of amazing people, and then most people are just like, it depends on the day? Or do you, like, how do you break down that percentage?
I think everyone is struggling with that internally. There's a darkness in all of us, you know, and most people fight
Yeah.
that off.
Yeah.
But I think in some ways you're right. But I think the problem today is that you hear from the assholes more because of our access to media. See, that's why I'm not on Facebook. I was on Facebook for a while, and then I started seeing posts from people, and I'm like, you know what? If I was at a party with this person, I would just fucking go in the other room.
Yeah.
I would walk away from them.
Yeah.
So why am I
And especially,
on Facebook?
like,
Why am I engaging on Facebook?
100%.
I would, if I was in a bar with you, I would fucking go to a different bar.
Or,
But now they have a platform. They have an audience.
yeah, well, that's the bad part. If like one asshole just being a fountain of asshole is just, you know, that's an oddity. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
look at this motherfucker just spouting bullshit.
Used to be
But
shit.
then as soon as somebody calls that person an asshole and then they get into it, then that's when I walk away.
Oh yeah.
Because now that person has poisoned the other person, and now I'm back to the pie.
Well,
It's
here's
like,
the other problem. Here's the other problem. It used to be like, let's say you're hanging out with somebody, and they say something that pisses you off, right?
all right,
You're just like, fuck you, and you walk away, right? Or you say,
on a
hey,
good day.
or you say, hey, that stuff you're talking about, I don't like it. Can you stop talking about it? And they'll go, most of the time they'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Or they'll be like, fuck you, I can say whatever I want, and then you walk away, right?
Right.
Right?
You can change
But
the station.
But that's not enough on social media anymore,
No,
right?
'cause-
It's not enough for me to be offended. I gotta
Right.
tell everybody in the fucking world how offended I am.
yep.
And then I gotta sit back and wait to be congratulated for being offended. You're so enlightened. You're such a great person for
Right.
being offended. And then the next wave comes in and says, that person that offended you, we're gonna fuck them up.
Because we're offended for you.
Yes.
We are offended by proxy.
Yes.
Like, I'm not even literally offended. I'm just offended for you because I have virtue.
And that works even if the person who was originally offended says, you know what, it's cool.
No, it's cool.
And then those people go, no, it's not cool.
Motherfucker. That was good.
Meanwhile, the guy that offended you, you're over at the other end of the bar having a beer with him because you've made up, and outside are 60 fucking angry people
Yep.
ready to kick his ass
Yep.
and burn his house to the ground.
Right.
And they don't even know either one of you.
No.
They just clicked on your profile picture.
Yep. Facebook is the new mixture of cocaine and bath salts. It's just like, you think you're doing cocaine, and it's just like, just a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, maybe we're out. We can call somebody and get more to stay. Bath salts. I mean, somebody's face off. That's why I got off of Facebook, too. I'm like,
Oh, go. You go.
no, I was
No,
just
you
saying,
go.
I first heard,
Yes.
are you sure?
Yes.
I got a little inflamed there for a second, and I just, okay. I think I'm just a little bit anxious. because of all of the media,
tell.
because of the state of the world.
Oh yeah, it's tricky.
And a year ago was the first time that I heard the phrase emotional support animal.
Yep.
And I thought it was bullshit. But now I can think of about 20 different animals that would give me emotional support.
What are they?
Do you want to list? I'm approximating, but I'm pretty sure I can do this. Ready? Dog, cat, bird. Quokka. There's a lot of
What?
a quokka. There's a lot of them in Australia right now getting hugged to death because that nation's on
You mean
fire.
a koala?
No, it's a quokka. A koala, now that you mention it. And a wombat, and a kangaroo, a gerbil, a hamster, a guinea pig, a lemur, a wolf,
Ring-tailed lemur?
a ring-tailed lemur, a band-tailed lemur,
Okay.
a spider monkey,
Yeah.
a gorilla, a bonobo, a meerkat, a python, a panda bear, a grizzly bear. How many I got left? 2 left?
Yep.
Oh God, I got 3 in my mind. What 2 am I gonna Okay, I'm gonna go a penguin and a manatee. And that's not saying anything about squirrels because they're cute, but they're also little cute rats.
I would imagine it'd be hard to travel with a manatee. Here's the thing about emotional support dogs. Isn't every dog an emotional support dog? Like
Holy shit!
petting dogs makes you feel good, man. But speaking of fucked up, like
Hold on,
taking
just before you go on. That's a great fucking point. Do you know what the words emotional support are in terms of dogs? They're fucking
descriptors.
dogs are dogs. Dogs are inherently emotionally supportive.
Yes.
But that we label them emotional support dogs, that's fucking 10 gears on a goddamn Schwinn bicycle. It's fucking marketing.
Just leave them like they are.
Does that drive the price up? Does emotional support
Maybe,
dogs
yes.
like
Yes.
I need an emotional support dog. Oh,
Yes.
you want an emotional support dog? Well, over
Yes.
here in this section.
Because that has to be specially trained.
Yes, exactly. Like it's a fucking dog.
Yeah. And they want to love us.
They do.
And speaking of like taking that shit to extreme, did you see that video the other day? Because I'll look at a video. Because if I look at a video, I get to make my own mind up whether it's good or not. I don't have somebody telling me.
Like
But these fuckers,
before we have this conversation, can we just agree to keep this in the boat and not talk about it with anybody? Because I feel what you're saying, and I feel super embarrassed because I forgot my top emotional support animal,
okay.
an otter. Specifically, an otter eating lettuce. If you
Yes.
want to spend a great hour on YouTube, just otter eats lettuce.
They are the clown princes of nature.
Oh my God!
They're like the meadowlark lemons of the woods.
They are. Have you seen one eating lettuce though?
No.
Oh my God! If you watch an otter eating lettuce and you don't cry, you're a robot. It's just little hands. Oh, God, they're magical. So I'm gonna keep manatees on. I'm gonna remove penguins. I'm
Okay.
sorry, you were speaking.
There's a video of these psychotic animal rescuers taking a homeless man's dog. What? Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna rescue the dog from the homeless guy, and he is pissed. And they literally hold him back while they take his dog because they want to rescue the dog. Self-righteous pricks.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong?
It's the only friend the guy's got. They're gonna take him.
They're gonna take him?
Yeah, because they're worried about the dog.
Is that
And meanwhile, they're literally holding a human being down onto the pavement while they take the dog, because they're full of virtue.
Is that a law, or was this like,
No, they just fucking took it on
They just
themselves
felt
to
like
save
it?
his dog.
what agency did they work for, do you know?
Dumbass agency. It was in California, of course.
Oh, fucking fucking echo chamber of stupid. I bet fucking bikes with gears were invented in California.
I would take the 30 million and I would buy a whole bunch of acres of land, and then I would get a bunch of dogs and just let them loose.
Just like a run wild.
Back to nature, boys. Like Lord of the Flies. See what happens.
Yeah,
That's what they want. They're wolves.
that's right.
They're wolves by nature.
Goddamn right. And then let about 200 cats free and see what